Hello everyone, today I'm going to share two complex buildings. One is Hong Kong Palace Museum, another one is Forbidden City in China. Here are some background information about these two buildings. Hong Kong Palace Museum is located in West Kowloon, Hong Kong. It is now an exhibition center for cultural exchanges purpose, which fall within the China Cultural Development Framework. This project lasts for 2 years, which they start constructing it in 2019 and finish the handover in 2021. It has an area of 30,000 square meters with 47 meters high. It cost $451 million to build it, which it is now displaying over 1,000 artifacts in this museum. While for Forbidden City, which is also known as Palace Museum, it is located in Beijing, China. It was the home of Chinese empires 600 years ago, and it is now an exhibition center for everyone to visit. It is listed as the World Heritage Site by United Nations Education and Science and Cultural Organization, and also listed as National First Grade Museum in China. This Forbidden City cost 14 years to build it, which start from 1406 to 1420. It has an area of 420,000 square meters, which the building within the Forbidden City are ranging from 7.9 meter to 35.05 meter. In estimate, nowadays, it will be costing up $1.5 trillion to build this Forbidden City, and it is now displaying over 1.9 million artifacts in this Forbidden City. First, I will talk about the foundation of Hong Kong Palace Museum. This is a 3D structural model from Arup. It is showing that the Palace Museum has a powerful foundation to support the structural load from the Palace Museum building. This is the foundation of Forbidden City. Through archaeology investigation, we exposed the foundation of the Forbidden City, which is shown on the left-hand side of this slide. And the architects found that this foundation type was illustrated and documented in the building code and standard issued in Qing Dynasty in 1734. This animation demonstrates how the foundation is being built and what material they use in building this Forbidden City foundation. This is a superstructure of Hong Kong Palace Museum. This cantilever transform structure is a composite column of this building. It supports the structural load of the building because it has a heavier structural load in the fourth floor than on the ground floor, and it helps transform the load to the lower floor of this building. It also creates a larger interior area for the museum to do exhibition. This is the facade of the museum. It has 4,000 unique panels with different shape and dimension, and it serves as a purpose for sound deflection because there is a West Kowloon Culture Center nearby, which people perform concert and singing contests, which may produce a lot of sound pollution to the museum, and this cladding serves as a purpose to deflect the sound. And on the external wall, it has also utilized the weathering steel. This provides an aesthetic appearance to the building. This building also used fair-faced concrete to produce a brutalist appearance, which makes the interior design more aesthetic. And they also use glass reinforced gypsum and glass reinforced concrete to make the interior look more aesthetic, and these are more durable material for the structural load. This is a superstructure of the Forbidden City. The foundation shown earlier connected with the column base and column, transporting the structural load to the beam and to the dougong of the building. This dougong is the interlocking wooden brackets, which they are interlocking to provide support to the roofs of the building, and they are interlocking together without using any bolt or screw. And according to the building code and standard document in Qing Dynasty, it shows the details and different design of the dougong in the Chinese cultural building. This is the biggest stone carving in the Forbidden City, which has a weight of 250 tons. At that time in China, there are no modern machinery and plans to help them to do the transportation, but they have to transport this stone carving from a city called Fengshan in China, which is 70 kilometers away from Beijing, where Forbidden City is located. And they are using 20,000 men and 1,000 mules and horses to transport this stone carving for 2 months to get to Forbidden City. There are two common types of natural disaster in Hong Kong. One is typhoon and another one is heavy rainfall. So the contractor in this project, they perform wind simulation to see how the building can withstand a wind speed of 270 kilometers per hour, and they do 72 hours waterproof testing to ensure there are no water leaking in this building. There are two common types of natural disaster in China. One is earthquake, another one is flooding. For earthquake, between the column base and the column, the design allows flexibility for the buildings to move while it is in earthquake. The engineer designed similar models to perform earthquake of 9.5 magnitude on this testing simulation to see how the structure perform in an earthquake, and they can see that the building is flexibly moving while there is an earthquake. In flooding, during last year, China experienced the biggest rainfall, and we can see that the Forbidden City is filled with water. The Forbidden City hasn't been flooded over the 600 years, but recently this is flooded in the biggest rainfall because it is found that there are blockage of in the drainage system with plastic clothes from the tourists. Hong Kong Palace Museum enhanced their accessibility design to increase the experience and equality of experiencing a Palace Museum visit for people with disability. For example, we have a wheelchair level counters in the information desk, disabled access with wheelchair, hearing loop, and some tactile design to help people with visual impairment to feel different texture of the building and artifacts. The first time that the Chinese government placed importance on disability access was in 2008, where the Olympic Games is going to perform in Beijing, China. Chinese government tried to improve their reputation through enhancing the disability access and enhancing the equality of the city. However, this accessibility access improvement only focus on wheelchair access, while people with hearing disability, visual impairment are not benefit from this accessibility improvement. So there is a lot to do to improve on accessibility access in museum visit vicinity to increase the equality and inclusiveness of the building, while to keep the disruption to the building to a minimum. Hong Kong Palace Museum used a lot of modern technology to enhance the efficiency in constructing this building during construction stage, such as 3D point cloud, which they use a drone to create models of the building, as built model of the building, to compare with the design model of the building to see if there are any difference and check for defects. And this building management system is incorporated into the BIM model, which allows the owner of the buildings to monitor different systems of this museum, such as staircase pressurized system, temperature monitoring system, and security system. During COVID period, the Chinese government took the opportunity to digitalize the whole Forbidden City while the city was during lockdown. It improved the digital access management for the Forbidden City, which there is a 3D model for Forbidden City available online in the system, and it is good for the Chinese government to preserve this building and allow people to visit the Forbidden City online without going to the Forbidden City in person. There is a lot to learn from the ancient building design, and this is the end of my presentation. Thank you.